बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन। मैं मेरा नाम आर्यन लाइट वाला है और आज भी हम रोज़ाना की तरह एक लाइव इंटरव्यू में मौजूद हैं सर कैप्टन रिटायर्ड जहांज़ेब हाशमी के साथ, जिनका ताल्लुक कराची से और ये रेहान स्कूल में एज ए COO है। तो इस इंटरव्यू में हम जानेंगे इनसे इनके बारे में, और ये पहले आर्मी में थे, आर्मी के बारे में जानेंगे। तो बगैर टाइम वेस्ट किए हम अपना इंटरव्यू स्टार्ट करते हैं। अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
Walaikum assalam. Thank you very much for calling me in your show.
थैंक यू सो मच सर कि आपने भी मुझे वक्त दिया। तो सर
No,
सबसे
it's
पहले
an
मैं
honor
चाहूँगा
to be in your show. It's an honor to be in
सर
your
सबसे
show.
थैंक यू सर। सर सबसे पहले मैं चाहूँगा कि आप हमारे देखने वालों को अपना छोटा सा तारुफ करवा दीजिए, ताकि जो लोग आपको नहीं भी जानते वो भी आपके तारुफ की वजह से आपको जान जाए।
Well, this is Captain Retired Jahandev Hashmi PR Wala. I got birth in Karachi, and I think it was Imam Clinic where I got birth, and then I was shifted to Lahore, where I did my schooling. Initially from Beacon House, then I joined Custom Public School, and after my ninth grade, we left, my family and myself left Lahore, and we shifted to Multan. From there I did my metric, Veterans Foundation private school, and then I went to Karachi, did my FSC, came back to Multan, joined the third year BSc medical, and during that I applied for the army, got selected, and joined PMA Kaku, Leptabad. Did 2 years training, got commissioned, posted to Multan again, and from there I went to Nashera for a course, and then from Quetta for a course, then came back. Then I was on medical grounds voted out from the army, and after that I went to Lahore couple for a little period for about 10 months or a year, and then came to Karachi, joined a security company, got married, and then had a son. Have a son now, mashallah, and did my MBA from a local university in HR. And initially, I was working for security companies. Then I got the chance to serve in one of the largest groups in Pakistan, Marine Group. Their port, Pakistan International Container Terminal, where I was working as Deputy Manager Administration and Security. I spent 5 years there, and that was a great and beautiful experience, rich experience, because the port was in its uh, you know making stage, and it was like create from scratch to the final stage. It was being renovated, so I had a lot of experience. And then I joined IBM, International Business Machine, as admin officer. I was the heading the administration department under my manager, and then I left that job, IBM, and then rejoined the Marine Group for 6 more years, and then I left Marine Group because of certain reason, because the company got closed, and then I uh, joined Rehan Group after a while, and it has been a year that I'm working for Rehan Foundation.
अमेजिंग सर। तो सर सबसे पहले मेरा आपसे ये सवाल है कि सबसे पहले आप ये बताएं, कैप्टन जहांजेब PR वाला का कैसे ये सफ़र है, इस सफ़र के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं।
This was what I was telling you right now, that I started my career, practical career of my professional life from the army in 91. got commissioned in 93, spent 4 years in the army, out of which 1 year was in the hospital, then was medical ground coded out from the army, joined security companies, did MBA, married. I have one son who has completed his bachelor's degree in computer sciences from Park University. I was working as a machine learning engineer, and then I got to work for IBM, International Business Machine. There I stayed there for 3 years. Then I had the chance to work for a call center and so many security companies. And now I'm lucky to join Rehan Lawala in his foundation, Rehan Foundation. I was initially appointed as a administrator, but now I'm working as a project consultant. And it's a fabulous experience, terrific experience. My life pattern is totally changed. Now I see things differently, and this judgment of mine has now another yardstick to measure the world, and this yardstick is being developed by the mentoring of Yana Lawala, and it has a totally different way of uh, scaling or analyzing human beings, and that I've learned from Rihanna Lawala. Humility and humbleness and altruism, kindness and love with people, human beings, and relentful attitude, mercy, and graciousness is what should be on basis a relationship with a human being should we have. So this is how this is my experience of the Han Foundation.
ओके। तो सर मेरा अगला सवाल आपसे ये है कि आपका बचपन से यही गोल था कि आपने बड़े होके आर्मी में जाना है?
Yes.
जी। तो सर जैसा आपने बताया कि आपका बचपन से यही गोल था, तो मतलब जो लोग अब अपना जैसे आपने तो अपना गोल बचपन से डिसाइड कर लिया, लेकिन कुछ लोग होते हैं जो अपना गोल पहले से नहीं डिसाइड कर सकते, पकड़ पाते, तो वो उस पे मेहनत भी नहीं कर पाते, वो अपना एमटीपी नहीं बना सकते उसको। तो फिर वो लोगों को ऐसा क्या क्या करना चाहिए कि वो भी अपना गोल पहले से कोई सिलेक्ट करे? जैसे आपने अपना गोल पहले से सिलेक्ट किया कि आपने आर्मी में जाना है, एमटीपी बना लिया आपने, तो बाकी लोग भी अपना एमटीपी कैसे पहले से सिलेक्ट करें?
Because MTP is massive transformative purpose, and it is a purpose where you are required or to have a big aim, a big plan, a big purpose for the entire world. That he should bring a change, a positive change in this world. That positive change, that positive purpose to bring that change is your massive transformative purpose. Becoming a soldier and doing something for the country can also be a massive transformative purpose, and you are right. And I would advise all those who want to achieve what they want to achieve, how they can achieve is that if they are sincere to the cause they are willing to do achieve, then sincerity means hard work, focused attention to the goal, and not deviating from the path you have selected for the goal. Though in life there will be so many impediments, there will be so many obstacles, you will go face lot of adversities, disappointments, failures, but you have to encounter that. That is part of life. And if you will keep on struggling, and your aim should be on achieving what you have set for yourself as an objective, you will achieve it. And that you will achieve if Almighty Allah will allow you to achieve. So there are people who do not believe in Almighty Allah and the strength of His Almighty Allah. They still achieve their aims, but that is useless when they leave the world. I think they will not have their share in the pleasure of paradise. So, if you want to achieve your aim, take the support of the Wadud, the loving one, the friend, and that Almighty Allah will give you that aim to achieve, and you will also be cherishing it hereafter also.
ओके। तो सर आपने माशाल्लाह से इतने साल आर्मी में भी गुजारे हैं, तो आप थोड़ा अपना आर्मी का भी एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करें।
Beta, Army is an organization which is very disciplined, which is very committed to the cause, the fraternity, the bondage, the friendship amongst the soldiers, the commitment amongst each other is awesome. There is no comparison to the commitment we have to ourselves and to the country, to the homeland, to any other commitment of in life. It is only that we being Muslims, we are committed that if we will go in war and or we are doing an effort to safeguard the interest of our country and we die, we'll not be called dead, we'll be called martyred. And martyred are not people who die, they live forever, they become eternal. So, with this faith in our mind and with this faith in ourselves and in Allah, we say that we don't, uh, you know, tell them that we have sacrificed for their tomorrow. So, what we do is to sacrifice ourselves for the best interest of our country. So, this is what army is.
ठीक ज़बरदस्त। तो सर जो जैसा कि स्कूल में रोज़ाना टेडेक्स दिखाई जाती है, तो ये टेडेक्स से क्या बेनिफिट हैं?
You tell me what is TEDx. TEDx, TED Talk, is from people in the world who have either achieved success in their particular field or gained lot of experience in that particular field, and they share their experience and their success that they have achieved with people around the world on platforms which is very much acknowledged as TED Talk. So those people who share their success and their achievements and their concepts and their findings and their their conclusions with others, that is very valuable because they are the people who have been successful. Why to listen to people who have not achieved anything? And in comparison to the people who are acknowledged for their work. So why we teach you or show you TED Talk is because these all people in TED Talk are people who have been acknowledged for their work. And by learning from them, we learn better and we learn how to be successful and how the best opinion about in that particular field. So this is why we teach you TED Talk and to make you understand what the person was saying. Today, what was the TED Talk of today? The students should be CEOs of their own. They should be CEOs in controlling their learning. Their aptitude should be given the permission to achieve what they want to achieve. They should not be made to control or controlled to appear in a task or do a task which the teacher wants them to do, or just pass in the exams and only doing things or learning just because to achieve marks. The topic of today was to let them do what they want to do. Let them pursue what they want to, what is their passion. And in that way, they'll be able to show their excellence because they would have passion in their profession. And that is how they will excel the most. That is why we show you TED Talks. Because the lessons learned from TED Talks, the message conveyed by these TED Talks is very valuable. And you guys learn it and you guys reciprocate it. You make the other video after watching that and tag it to the speaker. And sometimes these speakers contact you. And this is, you know, why we teach you TED Talks.
ओके। तो सर इंग्लिश हमारे लिए ज़रूरी है क्योंकि इंग्लिश हमारी इंटरनेशनल लैंग्वेज है। तो जो लोग होते हैं, जो मेरे जैसे हैं, जो लोग इंग्लिश बोलने से डरते हैं कि खौफ आता है कि कुछ गलत बोल लिया, मज़ाक उड़ेगा, तो ये खौफ कैसे ख़त्म कर सकते हैं और कैसे इंग्लिश बोल सकते हैं? जो बिगिनर होते हैं वो इंग्लिश कैसे सीख सकते हैं? क्योंकि आप भी इतनी अच्छी इंग्लिश बोलते हैं और आपने ये कैसे सीखी?
Vita, I was also very bad in English, very weak in English, but I did not cared or care about people making mockery of my English, making jest of my English, making fun of my English. I kept on speaking. And also, I took support of the dictionary on those times, and now still I take support of Google in my Android phone. Whenever there's a word which I don't know the meaning, I look in the Google and find out the meaning and try to learn that word. By learning continuously, I improve my vocabulary and I don't feel shy or timid in speaking English. You should not feel shy or be fearful what people will say. People will talk about you even if you're doing the best because they don't want you to be the best because they want themselves to be the best. So be positive. If somebody is not appreciating you in your endeavor to do something big, just think of it that though because either he does not want you to achieve that success or because he himself is trying to achieve it or he's fearful that if you will achieve it that he will be called unsuccessful. So don't worry about society. Don't think what people are going to say about it. It is your life. You have to live your life and spread peace. If the people who make fun become a person, behave in a manner, they become your friends. They start loving you. And when you speak English, they will have joy. They will not criticize and never be afraid that anybody will pinpoint you that you're speaking wrong English. It is not your mother tongue. It is a foreign language. So read words, learn words of English, and always speak. May it be correct or may it be wrong, incorrect. Have the courage to speak and don't be shy. This is how you learn English. And watch English videos and all that also.
जी, ठीक, ज़बरदस्त। तो सर मेरा अगला सवाल आपसे ये है कि माशाल्लाह से आपने लाइफ में अलग-अलग एक्सपीरियंस फ़ील किए होंगे, तो आपकी लाइफ में कोई ऐसा वाक़या या किस्सा जिससे आपको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला हो?
Beta, when I joined the army, my mother was alive. But when I was getting the commission, I was under training. When I had completed my third term, and there were like 2 3 days left for the midterm, so for end term holidays, I received a call from the duty officer when I was in Pakistan Military Academy, and he said that my mother has expired. So I was given leave, and I went to Lahore and to attend his funeral. So she was very dear to me, and she expired. So I came back to the uh, academy and got commission. And my family, like my father, was very old, and he was living with one of my cousins, and I was left alone. Once I got commission, I used to live in my regiment, and when the holidays used to come, I used to hovel around, go somewhere to my friends and all that. There was no family left for me because my only sister, real sister, she also got married. So when I was declared medically unfit from the army, then it was a great blow to my mind that now I no house and nobody to take care of me, and I'm all alone. So that was the greatest blow. But luckily, I found the University of Circumstances, and I joined the University of Circumstances, and the principal was Almighty Allah. And he is a very compassionate, loving, caring being, the supreme being, the caretaker, the creator. He was the principal in that university. So he took very good care of me, and he's still my friend, the fastest, the best friend I ever had, Almighty Allah. So you were asking what is something which really blew my mind was when I was told that I cannot prolong my service in the army.
ओके सर। तो सर एंड में मैं चाहूँगा कि आप अपने लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस में से कोई हमारे देखने वालों को कोई नसीहत दें, जिनसे इनका फ़ायदा हो सके और हमारा फ़ायदा हो सके।
Beta, remember, there is no one worthy of praise except Almighty Allah. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, is his last messenger. If you can understand the meaning of this sentence, your life will become easy, full of joy and contentment. And if you will establish a link with Almighty Allah, who is the only sustainer, owner of everything, without His permission, No, nothing can happen. No, nothing can even move. He is the cherisher of everything. So establish a link with him, and that link can only be established by following the Prophet's footsteps and his sayings. And the foremost obligatory action that you have to follow and to practice is to offer 5 times a day prayers. If you start praying 5 times a day, you will be able to establish a link. Do not just recite verses, talk to the Almighty Allah in your prayers. You should know the meaning what you are reciting. And once you know the meaning, then have you in your mind that you are talking and standing in front of the Almighty, the greatest of every being, Almighty Allah, and start talking to Him. He is going to listen and He's going to respond to you, and then everything would be easy, and then He will become the most luckiest person in the world. This is the message.
जी ठीक सर, बहुत ज़बरदस्त। एक बार मैं फिर से आपका बहुत शुक्रगुज़ार हूँ आपके वक़्त का, कि आपने इतने छोटे से टाइम में इन 25 मिनट्स में आपने बहुत सी कीमती बातें बता दी। मुझे उम्मीद है कि हमारे देखने वालों में से किसी न किसी ने तो कुछ नया सीखा होगा। तो मैं आपका शुक्रगुज़ार हूँ आपके वक़्त का। तो मिलते हैं कब किसी और इंटरव्यू में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।
Thank you, Veda. Thank you, Veda.
थैंक्स सो मच।
Yeah.